What it is, what it do, cyber world, it is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for your download, your love, your support. Yes, we're on the heels of 500,000 streams worldwide. I couldn't be any more excited. It's not possible. So today we have the privilege of having with us writer, blogger, holistic vegan chef herself, the wonderful Catherine Gill. Hey, Catherine.
Hi, Ash. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much for joining us. You've got a tough schedule to fit in, you know?
Yeah, it's busy time right now, and things are kind of crazy, but I love it. You know,
yes, absolutely.
Good stuff, so
definitely.
Good work.
It is. All right, Catherine. So for our listeners, let them know, where are you from? Where do you represent?
I'm out of Boston.
Ooh,
Boston,
okay.
Massachusetts.
Boston, Mass. Awesome. And as a kid growing up, what did you want to be?
When I was a kid growing up, I was kind of like an entrepreneur. You know, like when I was in grade school, I used to sell things. Like I would sell mixtapes, and I was kind of just like always trying to do like craft stuff, and I was always trying to like find a way to get ahead and do what I wanted to do. But then I always had activist stuff going on, so I was always kind of just advocating for everybody. So I knew it, and my parents knew that was going to be something. Mm-hmm. And then as I was growing up, I always worked with children, and I was a teacher for a while, you know, and I babysat when I was growing up. As I got older, I started working as a preschool teacher. And then, so I always wanted to, you know, do good work. And I was never like, you know, thinking about money or anything like that. I just wanted to, you know, do something good. And when I turned vegetarian is when I really started to, you know, see that I can do this, you know, for, you know, my everyday thing, and I could turn it into something bigger. And it kind of just turned into that. I was vegetarian and vegan for a very long time before I turned into a blogger, because the internet wasn't really the way it is now, and you know, blogs and influencers and stuff. So that was like a slow process. So it was a lot of letter writing and pamphleting and stuff like that at first. You know, just going around to colleges and stuff like that. But as soon as I started the blog in 2010, things like, you know, really progressed since then. Yeah. It turned into kind of what it is today, yeah.
What do you feel is the biggest misconception about vegans?
I think that everyone thinks we're hippies. You know, there's nothing wrong with hippie. I love hippies, and I sometimes am very hippie-like, but I think everybody thinks we can't, like, we're not in society wearing makeup and heels and dressing up, and like they think that we don't eat normal food, like we have to be on a commune making our food and churning our own vegan butter and all this stuff. And you know, it's not like that. You know, if we go to the grocery store, you know, we're living. So that's like why I started my blog,
right?
Because I was, you know, vegan and fabulous, and I'm showing people how you can buy shoes that are heels, and that people didn't think you could dress like that. They thought you were wearing like the Birkenstock type shoes, you know, and not wearing like you know out in the public, in the corporate world, and that's I was always doing that. You know, after I was teaching, I worked for years in the corporate world, so I was wearing a suit and makeup and everything, but it's all cruelty free. So when people at work would ask me, "Oh, so you're vegan, but you're wearing this, or you've got a handbag, or you know your makeup," and people would ask me a lot of questions, and also at lunch break I would get a lot of questions. So that kind of really fueled me to start the blog, because I was getting a lot of people asking me for recipes and my lifestyle, and I'm like, well, there's a need for this information to be out there, so I had to find a way to get it to everybody and not have to send separate emails to everybody. You know, I could just say, hey, go on my blog, okay? I'll cover it out on my blog. Yeah, so it was great. It works out, yeah, but that is definitely a misconception. People think that you can't be vegan and fabulous, but you really can.
Mm-hmm. I agree for that. I definitely agree. When did you realize that the Dirty Vegan, your blog, your infamous blog, when did you realize that it was becoming way bigger than you had even thought?
Well, it was probably when I was receiving like a lot of messages and requests, and, you know, we're just seeing like the follower growth really increase. And then I was an owner of the vegan bakery for a few years called Dirty Vegan Foods. And when I did that, it was really amazing to see people come out from like all over the world, and they were traveling just to get our food. Like we'd be at a festival, or we'd be doing farmers markets. And sometimes we'd even meet people in the Whole Foods parking lot, and they were like, "We're traveling all the way from Pennsylvania. We're checking out all the vegan bakeries, and we're coming to visit you." Or some people were just coming to visit us. It was remarkable. So to see that, I think was like, that's when it was really like, wow, we're really reaching people all over. And all the social media stuff too. Like when you get, celebs that like tell you that they read your blog and they make your recipes, and you're like, wow, I can't even believe it. I can't believe anybody reads it. It's celebrities.
That is pretty amazing. And I mean, it's just you taking that leap out on faith and thinking, oh, well, I've got this idea, and you never know who you'll touch. So the fact that you've touched so many hearts and you've gotten into so many people's kitchen is an amazing accomplishment. So we're going to take a brief break here, and we will be back with the Dirty Vegan herself to talk about this cookbook and what's happening down in Walt Disney World. Wouldn't it be great if there was a place to discover awesome discounts on gently used clothes? There is. Swap.com, the world's largest online consignment and thrift store. Stop driving store to store and shifting through dozens of racks. Shop millions of clothes in seconds on Swap.com. Save up to 90% off retail price for your favorite brands, such as Lululemon, Carter's, Nike, J.Crew, and so many more. If something doesn't fit, enjoy hassle-free returns 30 days, no questions asked. So what are you waiting for? Shop Swap.com right now. Use promo code ASHSAID40 for your 40% off today. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show, you guys. We are chilling out here with Miss CEO herself, Catherine Gill, and we're talking everything the Dirty Vegan. Talking about this new cookbook that you have out, Catherine. What inspiration inspired this book?
Well, I wanted people to kind of see what I'm eating on a regular basis, because I get a lot of those questions on social media especially, but I get a lot of emails, and people want to know, like they'll see pictures I post on social and stuff like that, and they want to know like how they can do it. They want recipes of like my everyday stuff. But then also for years with the blog, I was receiving so many messages on a daily basis. When are you going to write a cookbook? You need to write a cookbook. Please write a cookbook. Because they wanted something that they can take with them to the grocery store and that they can have in hand, And I think that everybody likes to have a cookbook. The blogs are great and everything, and you can easily look on your phone to get a recipe. But it's nice to have a cookbook in hand, especially when you're entertaining, you're taking it to the grocery store. So I wanted to do that. I wanted to, clear up all the misconceptions. People think that we eat only salads and stuff. So this is all comfort food, all delicious. But the beginning of the book is, there's an introduction chapter, and then there's a vegan pantry guide. So it basically goes from like A to Z of all this stuff, all the stuff I could think of that I would stock in my pantry in my home on a daily basis. And besides some other things, that you would get on different occasions or whatever. But this is kind of like the staples if you want to eat this way, because that's another question I get constantly. It's like, how do I do this? Like, how do I switch over from animal products to I want to start eating vegan or just be a vegan overnight? And people find it very overwhelming. So I wanted to make it easy as possible, whether you're just going to add some foods into your diet that are plant-based, or you want to, take the plunge and do it for good, just be vegan 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I kind of geared it towards everybody. No matter what, you can do this, and you could follow this type of lifestyle and eat and plan. And after that, there's 101 easy, delicious comfort food recipes, and then each one is kind of accompanied with a story, about how I came up with the recipe or some fun food fact or something. So I think everyone will enjoy it. I do.
So would you say that it is an easy, kid-friendly go-to guide? I asked because I'm going to have my godsons over the holiday break, and they're mostly, their mom has them eating all vegetarian and vegan-esque type of foods, and they love cooking. And to get little boys to cook, that's a challenge within itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's great. That's great that they're excited
yes.
to cook and get in the kitchen. Yeah, it's always great getting kids in the kitchen and stuff like that. And it's really, like, interesting because it's something that is just so fun and it gets families together rather than it's like, you know, the mom and dad in the kitchen and then, you know, kids are just waiting around for the food. So if you could do it together and make it a family thing, I think that's, like, really beautiful. So it definitely is kid-friendly, family-friendly. Everything in there is just something that my own kid would eat and love, and she, like, loves all these recipes. So it's stuff that you could trick your family into eating. They would never even know it's vegan. It's like that type of food. So there's, like, nothing salad in there. There's nothing, like, weird where you're going to look at it and not recognize it.
Right.
Everything is, like, very familiar, you know, like mac and cheese and apple pie and like Italian wedding soup. Yeah, it's like just really comfort food and just like even a lot of like very chef-inspired, sophisticated foods too. So like it's a lot of things that you could entertain with, and it looks beautiful, and the presentation is amazing, but it was so easy to do.
Yeah.
So I made the instructions, like it's basically like, you know, I'm not saying get all this stuff, and now it's this long list of, like, what you have to do with the ingredients. It's like onions chopped. You know, you can do it. So everything in the list tells you what to do. You gather all your ingredients, and you know exactly how to prepare them just when you read the list. And then the instructions are so quick, and I simplified everything, and I made the preparation so easy. So it's basically what I do in my real life and as a chef, to just put things together and season them properly, and it's just going to taste so good. It's going to taste like you're at a restaurant every time you make this food. Yeah, it's really cool.
I love it. I love it. Now, me, I've been vegetarian for a little over 12 years now. So one of the biggest challenges that I had was exactly like what you were saying. You know, there weren't a whole bunch of options a decade and so ago. Like today, we've got cookbooks like the Dirty Vegan cookbook that can help us from A to Z as far as planning meals, because that was a huge issue. But now with the internet wide open and with people like yourself coming forward and like, hey, I know how to do it. I've been doing it for a while. It's easy to do it. Just follow my instructions and you guys will be able to eat some really awesome food together. So I love it.
Right.
Love it.
Yeah. It's exciting.
It is. And Catherine, where can people go to purchase the book?
The book is available everywhere books are sold, so it's really great. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target, everywhere online, and all over the world, too. So there's a lot of UK, so they're popular bookstores all over the world, and I've seen it on, Amazon for other countries as well. So it's super, easy availability, too. It's really great. The distribution is wonderful. And, you can just get it anywhere. And it's available paperback and ebook. So you can get it for your Kindle. You can get it for your Nook. You can get it just if you want to just read it on your computer. So it's really good. Oh, and also Apple and Google, too. So you can get it right on your phone and just buy it from either the Play Store or the App Store. So it's super easy. And that's great for the pantry guide, too, because, if you don't want to bring the book is very nice and compact. It's a good size to bring to the grocery store. Yeah. But if you want to bring the phone, everyone's on their smartphone. You want to have your iPhone or your Android device. Yeah, it's just great. You can really just order it from your phone, so you can have a paperback copy. You can have it, also copy on your phone, copy on your tablet. It's just so cool, the availability. So, everywhere. You can find it everywhere. Google it right on your phone and get your hands on a copy. Really cool.
Yes. And what are you doing out in Disney World pretty soon, Catherine? What's going on in Disney World?
Very exciting. Yeah, so we'll be traveling in a few days. We're going to be there to see what they're doing, all their holiday stuff, and they're sponsoring me to review a bunch of their vegan food. So I've noticed their vegan food before. They just every year, because we go quite often, and they just always just outdo themselves every year with the vegan food, and especially gluten-free. So they have an allergy menu where you can order, if you have dairy allergies or anything like that, and they're just so accommodating. But they've really stepped it up this year, they said. So I'm going there to check out. They've got even more vegan, gluten-free snacks and foods, and their menus at their restaurants really good now. They always were, but even more now this year. So I'm so excited to go there and just review a bunch of stuff, take pictures, and post on social and stuff. So it's going to be really fun.
Awesome sauce. All right, Catherine. So with all your experience under your belt and the whirlwind that the last decade and some change has been for you. What advice would you offer to any aspiring vegan?
Yes. You know what I would say, aspiring vegans, just do it for whatever your reason is. Don't do it for any other reason. You know, some people say they want to do it for diet or do it for, just do it for whatever your heart is telling you to do it, because that you'll stick to it that way. Mm-hmm. So if my thing was, it was like a moral reason. As soon as I saw a slaughterhouse video footage, that's what turned me, to what I am now. So I didn't want to contribute to any cruelty ever again after I saw that. So whatever it is that drives you, I would say just follow your heart. Don't do it because, someone else told you or whatever. Like, do it, like, find your purpose in it. Find, like, what really motivates you. And then if you want to do something like a blog or you're an aspiring author, I say just don't give up, because I've been doing this since 2010, and for years, not doing it career-wise, but since I started the blog, I've been pushing since 2010, and you will be doing something for years without anything really coming out of it. It'll be like little things here and there, but then one day, you'll get your break, and big things will happen, but it won't happen if you give up. So it'll seem sometimes discouraging. You just do it in your free time then, you work another job or whatever, but if you really want to do something like this, be an activist full-time, be an author, you just have to keep pushing, keep connecting with people, making connections, meeting people, and it will happen, but you just can't give up.
Perfection. I love it. Catherine Gill, the Dirty Vegan. Catherine, let us know how we can keep in contact with you and, all that good stuff.
Yep, I'm at The Dirty Vegan on everything except for Instagram. I'm at The Dirty Vegan _official on Instagram. But everything else, Twitter, Vegan Amino, Facebook, everything is The Dirty Vegan. And my blog is thedirtyvegan.com. And all the past stuff, because I started the blog on thedirtyvegan.blogspot. So that is archived. You could still get to that and search all those recipes, search all my past content, and all the updated fresh stuff is on thedirtyvegan.com. Info about my book, info about how to get in touch with me is all on there. Read the blog, and I'm all online and pretty easy to find. So, and I love connecting with people. So I love getting messages and stuff. It's really great.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today, Catherine. We appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
Yes, you're awesome. All right, you're a rock star.
Oh, you are too. You are too.
So we thank each and every one of you guys for downloading the show. Thank you so very much. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, it's cool, it's fun, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.